So here we go.
Okay, guys, so we're here at the Venetian in Las Vegas. We came here to interview the sharks from Shark Tank at Shark Tank Summit. So let's go.
Yeah, today is Robert. 1 million fan. Trabajar todo el rato. Incluso para una mesa.
Hey, how are you doing, Guillermo? This is your mic.
Thank you. Where are you guys from? We're from
Spain. We just flew yesterday.
Hola!
Hola.
How do I put this on?
Just like, this is like
You're
magnet.
from Market Watch in Spain?
No.
Where are you guys from? Which?
Madrid and Valencia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we basically flew in yesterday from Madrid just to talk to you and a couple of the other sharks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we wanted to first give context to everyone that is listening. So, first of all, where are we? Who are you? And what do you do for a living?
Yeah, thank you. We're in Las Vegas at the Clover Fiserv Shark Tank Summit. Super excited. Chance for small businesses to meet the sharks, learn, and let's go.
Awesome. So we basically, like, for you to know us, we've built a media company that's doing like 4 million weekly views.
Wow.
Impacting a lot of entrepreneurs worldwide. We used to work in VC and started like writing online, and now it's grown really quickly. And now we're investing ourselves personally. We quit our firms, and now we're just like angel investing and helping founders with visibility with the media that we've built. So
Early startup?
early stage, yeah.
Yep.
Proceed to the startup.
Right.
Yeah, we're investing mostly in the US, in SF. We travel a lot to SF, and our
Tech or anything?
Tech, just
Tech,
software, yeah,
right.
just software. We know that you're a big, guy in tech and cybersecurity. We wanted to ask you multiple questions, although we only have 10 minutes. We'll make the best out of it. But yeah, starting, like, how do you build a business nowadays with the technology that we're, living?
I think today you've got so much access to computing power with cloud computing and everything, and you have so much access to AI. I mean, AI is the simplification of every business process. I think if you're a startup today and you're not using AI for those fundamentals, you're going to fail. The downside of it is, I think it's even harder, and you guys probably see this, to stand out. I mean, a friend of mine is an e-commerce expert. He saw that slippers were trending online, so he made these slippers in China, used AI to create an online ad, no human beings involved, and in an hour did 5 million in sales.
Wow.
Now, that's the good news. How do you stand out? So I think branding and marketing and those soft skills are even harder today, because I can copy with AI almost anything. So I think that becomes even harder, and communications and people that can make an impact are even more valuable today.
Actually, we wanted to ask you, what AI tools do you use as a businessman and also as an investor?
So I use Grok, I use ChatGPT, I use all the consumer-facing stuff, and I use it pretty regularly. My wife just wrote an entire script with AI. It's unbelievable. She created the format, she wrote a script. We actually produced it into a feature that's coming out this Christmas. So I use all that. We use a lot of the tools to create applications. I think that's another area. If you're making a software tool that doesn't have a feature that can't easily be replicated, I think that's going to be really, really hard.
And what would you say to all the people that are worried about losing their jobs because of AI? What's your take on that? And if you have any advice for the people?
Upscale. I think AI, I don't see it as a negative, I see it as a positive. I mean, if we look back 100 years at the Industrial Revolution, there were people breaking their backs in a factory to make machines. Now we have machines making machines. Nobody misses those jobs. 20 years from now, no one's going to miss low-level administration jobs. So I think if you're doing that role, you've got to take some responsibility to upscale your skills.
Also, like, you are part of Shark Tank, so yeah, we speak with a lot of founders. We are read by a lot of founders. What advice can you give founders in order to pitch investors and to make a good impression in a few minutes?
Soft skills. You know, we sit there, the show is very real. We don't know anything about them before they come out. When those doors open, it's full on. Biggest mistake people make is they come out and they tell us about this incredible product we've never seen, how great it is. Before you sell me on your product or your service, the first thing you have to sell me on is yourself. At its core, business is a human relationship, and that's the biggest mistake people make. And if you watch the show, sometimes people come out and they don't know their numbers, and we're like, oh, this is ridiculous, why are you out here? And then 2 pitches later, they come out, don't know their numbers, we're like, it's okay, we'll hire an accountant. What's the difference? It's you have to create a bond with the pitcher up front.
And what's the thing we should be looking for in founders that we invest in? What's the one thing that makes them, unique?
It's a great question. Damon and I just had drinks on Friday, and we were talking about this. And we're like, if you look back on your life, why did you make it and all those other people didn't? Adaptability. Even the best laid plans of men will go to waste. And to be a great founder, entrepreneur, you have to have the ability to adapt. Every plan is going to change. Every forecast is going to get ruined or changed. And so great founders, I think, have the ability to adapt.
And you've built multiple companies, like multiple great business, and you came to the US with only 8 years old, with nothing. Why is it so hard to make money? Like, what is it that you can tell people that are starting out right now with nothing that can help them?
I think the hardest thing in life to build is capital. I think you can make a lot of income working for someone, and you can make a great salary, but after taxes, you're really, especially in California, you're not left with much. So I think it's hard to accumulate capital. My advice is always, you have to make a decision early in life, which pain is greater to you? Is it the pain of being poor? Is it the pain of regret? Or is it the pain of working 20 hours a day? And it's your ability to sacrifice and decide which of those pains is more acute to you. So for me, working 20 hours a day, being made fun of, not knowing what I was doing, constantly failing, but getting better a little bit every single time, that wasn't painful. Being poor was painful. Not advancing in life, that was a greater pain for me.
And what about now? What keeps you excited about the future and keeps you pushing and being here?
Well, I have 7-year-old twins. So, we were just talking about that. When you have little kids like that, the joy is like, we went to see Benson Boone yesterday. I was losing my mind. I was so excited because my son had never been to a concert. I think it's that joy. I also think from a business perspective, what an incredible time. Like AI is the greatest technological shift in our lifetime. And I was involved at the beginning of the internet, and that was obviously huge. AI will be an even bigger catalyst.
If you could build something now, something new, you need to make it for the first time, what would you build in this AI era? Where do you see a massive opportunity?
Infrastructure. So there's 3 phases of AI. There's a consumer phase, ChatGPT, Grok, those applications. And then you've got applications where people are building vertical nursing applications, legal applications. I think both of those are going to slowly go away and get very competitive. But the data infrastructure is where we're investing. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but companies like Databricks, Snowflake, the large scale enterprise, that's my background. So Mark Cuban and I are investing in companies along that line.
How do you win deals when competing with the biggest VC firms in the US?
We don't have a problem. I mean, would you rather have a boring VC on your cap table, or would you rather have a shark? Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge that you find like in business nowadays for you, like personally?
You know, I hate to say this at the risk of sounding arrogant, but that is one of the benefits of being on Shark Tank for 17 years. We have an incredible platform, and the level of access we get is remarkable. I mean, everybody takes a call from somebody on Shark Tank.
I think you created like something, like a new playbook, and it's something that we're trying to follow a little bit, because what we're doing is similar to another scale, but we're creating content all the time, and that attracts founders, and that allows us to co-invest with, you know, some of the, you know, biggest VCs out there, and you know, kind of like compete. Because they are, you know, used to us, or they like our content, and so.
Yeah, we write about the startups we invest in, so that we can get eyeballs.
Well, look at the leverage with content you can get. Like, look at Alex Hormozi and people like that. Like, it's remarkable, and not everybody can tap into that. So if you can become that media outlet for them, for sure, why wouldn't they take money from you over somebody else?
Yeah. What advice would you give us to kind of like scale this? Right now we have like, we're doing everything ourselves. We have 2 million weekly views, each one of us, and you know, around, well, I don't know if we can say the revenues, but we have like significant traction with sponsors, but also like paid subscribers to our newsletters.
A big newsletter, each of us, and then we are big on LinkedIn too.
I think two things. I think content is big. It sounds like you're already there, but I think you got to keep that going. My advice to you would also be, don't undersell traditional media for the impact you can use it for. So I think too many content creators are simply online, but sure, people don't watch linear TV as much, but the impact and credibility of it. You know, people say, oh, there's no value in having a book. Look at David Goggins, the highest self-published book in history. So there's a credibility element of traditional media that you can then leverage for content. I mean, look at us on Shark Tank. I mean, each of us can get content acceleration because of that. So I would do that. And the other one is anything they can product scale, right? Like create a product, leverage, get an exit. It's great being famous. It's great having content. It's better having sold a company for 100 million or $1 billion or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate.
How can an investor become a shark?
I think it's, you mean on TV or just in general?
On TV, yeah.
I think it's really hard. I mean, the show runs in 54 countries, I think it is. So there's a lot of sharks out there.
Yeah. All right, Robert, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
guys.
for everything. This was fantastic. Great.
Thank you. Do you guys play padel?
Yeah, of course.
Let me ask you this. Is it called padel or paddle?
Padel.
Padel.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I hate it when my American friends call it paddle.
No, we actually say padel. So it's kind of like a
Padel.
No.
No?
the other way around, yeah, padel.
Yeah.
Padel.
Yeah, but it's kind of like different accents, so both work.
Right. Are you any good at it?
Yeah, we're like.
Yeah, we play every
we
week.
play a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
I mean,
It's great.
It's great. I'm obsessed.